Hello, here I got another interesting watch. This is Armand Nicolet S05 NERO, so all black, DLC coated, titanium version of this S05 from Armand Nicolet. Armand Nicolet all alone is a bit a strange company for me. Because they're making quite nice watches, quite unique ones, but there are a lot of downside about them. First of all, the price tags. This watch retail value is supposed to be $3,500 US. Crazy price and not reflecting the real value of the watch at all. Armand Nicolet, they're using mostly vintage movements, Swiss-made vintage movements. This watch features ETA 2834 movement, so not standard 2824 but 2834. I'm not even sure what the difference is. For sure they have to make a bit of modification of this movement because of day of the week here. So the day date function in this watch, it was a modification of Armand Nicolet, but nothing about this watch would justify this crazy price tag. Don't get me wrong, the watch it's very nicely made. It's from titanium, it's DLC coated, so the coating is supposed to last for a long time. It has a crazy anti-reflecting coating on the crystal, this green one. This is probably the best feature of the watch for me, this green anti-reflecting coating on the crystal. But there are few things that you could not like about this watch. First, that it is all black. It's very hard to read, although the indexes are applied and a bit in a grayish color, and it's supposed to be easy to read. In the full light, I have to say it's easier to read, because when if you can see this dial, it's getting more silver, gray silver. Indexes are visibly darker than the dial itself, so it is easier to read in a full light, I would say, and easier for somebody to wear who is wearing this watch, because if you want to read somebody else watch, even from standing next to him, it will be really hard. But for the owner, because of the dial and implied indexes, it's easier than it could look on the first impression, because when you look at the watch like this, it's really hard and a bit strange that they used almost a gray and black hands on the black dial, so it's not so easy to read. But keep in mind that in this angle it's much easier to read. You probably also see it. So this is not such a bad thing, but can be a downside for somebody. Another thing, that this is supposed to be a diver watch, 200 meters water resistance, with a screw down crown, but the bezel is not moving at all. In the description on the internet, I heard that the bezel is supposed to be unidirectional, and supposed to be moving, but here it's not moving at all. Watch, of course, is genuine with all box and paper. So I don't know, maybe this example is bad in some way, but I saw other review on the internet of this model and the bezel wasn't moving also. So I don't think it's a problem with this example. Maybe I don't know, this is a fault in control quality. Hard to say. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Only this one description about the unidirectional bezel was false. hard to say. But overall, if it is a diver watch, it's supposed to be at least supposed to have a rotating bezel, and that you can do some calculation and estimate some time underwater. Watch itself is very light because of titanium. It's 44 millimeters without the crown, just 14 millimeters thick, very short looks, so not such a big dial, so I think it wears a bit smaller than that, maybe also because the black color, it wears more like 43 millimeters. Strap is a rubber strap, itself is a great quality rubber strap. It doesn't catch dust and stuff like this at all, and I have a few watches with quite expensive straps that it was a bit of problem. It's a great quality, it's very soft, very flexible. I'm not a fan of rubber strap myself, but if you are a fan of rubber strap, this is a great quality strap. I like this Armand Nicolet logo here also. It adds a little bit more distinct and a little bit value to the watch itself. Buckle also from black titanium, black DLC coated titanium with Armand Nicolet engraving. Very nicely made, really. Crown, as I said, screw down, looks also with the screws, so it's easier to change the strap. Watch on my wrist looks like this. Maybe on this video it looks a little bit bigger than in reality, but I can assure you that it wears quite nicely because lightweight and very short looks. As I said, for me the worst thing about this company is their pricing. I would say this watch is worth something between 600 maybe 800 euros. If it was 1,000 euros for a new one, it will be really fair price, and people in watch industry, watch community will appreciate the value and quite a unique design and looks, vintage movement, but for this tag price of 3,500, nothing justifies this price for me. But watch itself, it's quite nice. I especially like this green anti-reflecting coating on it. Okay, so Armand Nicolet S05. Thank you. Bye.